everyone who's asked me to do this. Let me see if it's going live. Not sure if it's live yet. Here we go. There it goes. But thank you so much for everyone who's asked me to do this. It's a great idea. But say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hope you're having a great, beautiful Sunday. Hey Marilyn, you're like always one of the first ones. I love you. Right there. Alright, I've got that there. Got some more. Hey Tara, how are you doing? How's Guilford, Connecticut? Yo, Rick Chester in the house. I just saw I missed a call from you. I was getting beautified for the show. Hey Dottie. Good to see you all. Aw. Hey Judy, hope you're doing good. Chris West. Lily. I said Lily. It's Lisa. Hey Lisa. And Chris West, birthday boy. Special birthday show for Chris West today. Well, I'm gonna play this first album I made called The Runner today, and thanks to Chris West and Rob Payne especially for pushing me to do this full album show. We're going to be doing full albums and full EPs in the coming weeks and months, along with request shows and maybe some Christmas shows, some other cool stuff. Oh, listening from Delray Beach, Strasbourg. Hey Aunt Kathy. Hey Randall. Hey Pete Chapman, my brother. How you doing in Newcastle? The Schulers. Hey John Woolley. Delray Beach. We've been there before. Beautiful place. I'm glad you're down there in the sunshine. Well, I'm going to start off with a song called "The Runner," which I wrote with great songwriter in Nashville named Fred Wilhelm, and I wrote this when I still had a publishing deal and was writing songs for a living and just showing up to an office every day to write songs, which is still a really cool job. But I had this intense longing to hit the road. I didn't even know what touring was really, or how I would do that. But I had this intense longing for it, kind of like the way I feel about living on a boat someday. Right, Jess? Yeah. So usually when I have these feelings, eventually it happens and you figure out how to do it. And good to see you all. Yeah, let's give a big shout out to Chris West there, one of my most loyal and viewers from the very start of the Lily Pad and Lilyland. Happy birthday, Chris. We love you. We're thinking about you, and we'll dedicate this first full album show to you. This is a song called "The Runner." Well, you may pass him on the street tonight. The speed he moves, he's hard to recognize. Heading down some empty avenue. What he's running from, where he's going to. Well, if you asked, he couldn't answer you. To him, home is a place for leaving. So he spends his life racing in between them. Yeah, he longs for all he's left behind and what's there to discover. And there's no rest for the runner. A gentle wave, a familiar smile. He'll draw you in, but only for a while. You may lay beside him, but you'll never be close. As long as waves are crashing on some distant coast, where he will find his way down the open road. Yeah, he longs for all he's left behind and what's up to discover. And there's no rest for the runner. His heart pounding like a distant drum. I guess some shadows can't be outrun. Dodging people on a crowded street with no idea of where he ought to be. And some folks say he looks a lot like me. Oh, it's a place to live in. So he spends his life racing in between them. Yeah, he longs for all he's left behind and what's left to discover. And there's no rest for the runner. And there's no rest for the runner. Oh, thank you, Lily. Welcome to the Lily Pad. If you haven't yet, make sure to share the stream if you would, and get the music out there to more folks. That's wonderful. I'll tell you about a little about each song as we go through as well. Norman Knight, Witchford, UK. I remember that place. What an amazing place there in Witchford. That was one of my first tours in the UK. I almost there was a real sword fight, drunken sword fight. Wasn't a fight really, but it was a sword fun. We were playing around with a real sword. They had like a knight's armor, and it was a legitimate sword. And these crazy guys in Witchford drank way too much cider and started swinging around this sword and put all the armor on. And anyway, I'm just glad to be here after that night. But I'll never forget. Oh, I'm glad the sound is good. Hey, Janet. That's good to hear the sound is good because we had a last minute kind of scramble with getting the settings right. That's thanks to Jess Terry on production here, video and sound behind the camera, where she likes to be. I'm the ham that likes to be over here. But anyway, yeah, most or all of these songs were written before I met my beautiful Jess. So give you another little side of kind of my life before I met Jess, and I had Lily in my life, and you know, things were looking a little grim at times, especially in my love life. So there's lots of songs like this. Are you singing, sweetie? It's beautiful. Lily's begun singing it. For all of you who were here last week, Lily has started to sing. Oh man, I'd love to be back at the Norman Knight as well, Mark. Thanks for tuning in and remembering me. Those were special times, and we'll have them again for sure. But this song, "Devil Will Dance," I wrote with Eric Pasley, who is a big hit songwriter now and big country star. Great guy. Was a wonderful friend. Still is. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but really, really fantastic talent. And we wrote this song in one day, and it's kind of about cheating and being naughty. Just how we're all susceptible to that kind of stuff, so we have to always keep our guard up. called Devil Will Dance. By the word, he could quote you chapter and verse. One day he found Mom in a stranger's hands. He put his lips to the bottle, eyes bloodshot. Never was the same from the very first drop. And I guess trouble's bound to find every man. Oh, the cold wind blows, sends a shiver down to your bones. Oh, wish you could fly away. Oh, he's knocking at your door, just when you can't take it no more. Oh, you take his hand, never one day, never one day. Yeah, I never picked the bottle up, but I never could deny her touch. She's the only thing that gets me high. There's AM static on the radio, and I'm looking for last night's clothes, searching the room for an alibi. Oh, the cold wind blows, sends a shiver down to your bones. Oh, wish you could fly away. Oh, he's knocking at your door, just when you can't take it no more. Oh, you take his hand, never one dance, never one dance. I always wait too long, and then I'm too far gone to ever look at the sand where the line is drawn. Oh, the cold wind blows, sends a shiver down to your bones. Oh, wish you could fly away. Oh, he's knocking at your door, just when you can't take it no more. Oh, take his hand, never one dance, never one dance, never one dance, never one dance. That's track number 2. Hope everybody's good out here on this beautiful Sunday. It's wonderful to have you here in the lily pad. Thank you all so much for welcoming us back last week. And it was a great welcome back. I appreciate all of your generosity and your support, and thank you so much for tipping if you can, continuing to tip, and giving me and Jess a job in these days, which is a very good thing to have. I brought the Gretsch White Falcon today, my favorite guitar, but hard to play in these shows sometimes because I don't have a microphone, and of course the electric guitar needs to be played loud. It wants to be played loud. Did you hear that bump up there? Hopefully the other neighbors aren't upset. So Jess says that Jess thinks I'm losing my hearing, so if you think the electric guitar is too loud, just tell me in the comments there. Tell me whatever you want. Oh, thanks, Matt Kelly. Thanks. I'm glad you like the 12 string. I love that 12 string. Thanks, Viv Fish. We miss you guys out there so much. I can't believe we spent the last 2 Christmases in Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Just magic. So I'm gonna go a little bit into my past. Hopefully Jess is okay with some of these revelations. But yeah, this song was written for a girl that I thought was the one a long time ago, and thank heavens things don't work out exactly how you plan. And anyway, I gave her an ultimatum, and I said, hey, she lived in Nashville and moved back home to Mississippi, the Delta. I think it was down in the Delta, or maybe I just chose that because it sounds like a good word for a song. But I said, hey, if you're either going to need to move back to Nashville, or I'm going to need to cut this off, and thinking with 100% certainty that she'd say, oh, of course, I'll come back to Nashville. And she said, oh, I'm going to stay here in Mississippi. So, but this was my song to her. I was still working on harnessing the power of song, which I used later in wooing Jess into my life, which has worked beautifully, huh?
Yes.
This is a song called Pray It's Not the Delta. I wrote this by myself. In 2007, it says here on this. Well, baby girl, well, if you really miss me, take a drive from Mississippi. We'll go running through the rain. And in the morning, we'll be laughing about fate and how we're still the same 2 kids. And let the screen door sway, honey, break the barricade. Don't worry about years gone by. I need to hear from your lips now, the one thing that you can't live without. I pray it's not the Delta. I find no comfort in your voice on the phone. These days I'm like a stone, nothing gets inside. 'Cause I'm still tangled like the gleaming power lines above the endless fields of white outside your window. And let the screen door sway, honey, break the barricade. Don't worry about years gone by. I need to hear from your lips now, the one thing that you can't live without. I pray it's not the Delta. I pray it's not the Delta. 'Cause loving you is making me grow old. Holding on is weighing down my soul. So let the truth be told. I need to hear from your lips now, the one thing that you can't live without. I pray it's not the Delta. I pray it's not the Delta. Baby girl, if you really miss me, take a drive from Mississippi. We'll go running through the rain. Old song, still love that song. I think if anything, the electric should come up. Is there any feedback on the volume of the electric? I know, Dottie. We got to get more of those tumblers. We're gonna have a When We Wander tumbler and all new merch. Hey Lou up there, Mandy and Lou up in Toronto. Love you guys. Hey Dorothy, good to see you. It's a good mix of the electric. Love this thing. So I'll play another song with the electric. Wrote this with a great songwriter named Scott Carter. Another song about relationships. I think I played this once in the Lilyland shows. But not a song that I played a lot, but a song that I really miss. I had so many great people on that first record too. It was recorded for a few days in Nashville, right on Music Row. We did the drums and stuff like that, and then we lived in a 5,000 square foot cabin, me and like 7 guys, about 45 minutes outside of town, and we worked for the next year on making this record. You know, just little by little. Back then, there was nobody was really working for money. It was just for the love of making the record, and we were right out of college, and it was a special time. That first record is always special because you have your whole life to think about it, and then the next record comes a couple years later. It's a very strange thing. But yeah, Eric Massey and Ethan Menser and Adam Popick produced and engineered and mixed this record. And they've gone on to do amazing things. And Eric's made records for Miranda Lambert and Charlie Worsham and all kinds of amazing people. And everyone's done so well on that group. And Matty Diaz, I believe, sings harmony on the recording of this. Where's the actual... Jess, honey, where's the CD of it? I'll find it. Anyway, the CD's available. It's still available on my website and, of course, on Spotify and all the places. I was just wondering if you knew where the album was.
Oh, it's right.
Oh, okay. I should put this. Up here. Oh, Lily, sweetie, I know it's exciting lights, but yeah, still really proud of this record. My mom did the graphic design, so it's Against the Tide. Getting great feedback on the volume of the electric. I think I nailed it. Fires have all died down, the bottles have washed down shore, the silence has filled my head, a deafening roar. Ferries are fueling up, you'll catch the first one home. I'm losing the will to fight the pull of the undertow. From the day we collided, our fate's been decided. We move against the tide. The restless moon divides us. We know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. We move against the tide. With nothing on our side, we keep holding on, holding on, holding on. You're probably on the edge, looking out on the wake, the miles of sun-kissed foam that draws you far away. We know the seas will come, we know it's not the end. The same moon that forced our hands will pull us close again. When I I'm at my weakest. I feel you the deepest. We move against the tide. The restless moon divides us. We know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. We move against the tide. With nothing on our side, we keep holding on, holding on, holding on. So this is the path we've been given. I guess we were destined to move against the tide. The restless moon divides us. We know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. We move against the tide. With nothing on our side, we keep holding on, holding on, holding on. Against the tide there for you. Hey, Jack and Grace. Hey, Steve Felice. Lisa Malloy. Who's Steven up there? Is that Stevie Schaefer? Oh, Stephen Felice. Love you guys. Oh, okay. Great and good volume. Sometimes I can't see. I gotta hit this play button. There we go. Yeah, so, oh, by the way, if anybody knows, if anybody has any suggestions for new Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything series, we just finished The Queen's Gambit last night. It was amazing. Has anybody seen that? Unbelievable. Such a great show. But we're all out now. We've already watched Cobra Kai, which I've already talked about in the show. It's a fantastic program for anyone looking for something new. It has everything, and of course Queen's Gambit. You okay, honey? Oh, your eyes look a little red. Thought maybe I made you cry with that song.
No.
No. Allergies.
Seltzer.
Seltzer. And by the way, I want to show you all really something pretty exciting, which I haven't shown anybody yet. We found, as live shows, isn't the Queen's Gambit epic? So good. Holiday, was it Maryland? Wasn't that incredible? Film of the year, best picture. It's going to sweep the Oscars. As we're not having any live shows right now, we're having to get creative, and this wonderful artist down in North Carolina, makes guitar string jewelry, and she wrote me a while back about doing something with my used strings, recycling them and turning them into jewelry. Oh, Lily's passed out. How cute. So we just got the shipment, and they're really groovy. I got to make sure I keep them in the right. I don't know. See, it's already getting mixed up. Jess, after this exhibition, don't let me touch this again. But they're really, really cool. If you can see them. I really dig that one. I think Jess wants. You want this one, right, Jess? You can't have this one. They're all kind of like one of a kind. I don't think we haven't even been through all the bags yet, but each design is completely different. There's some, I guess mostly for women, but there's some that men could wear. For instance, I'm going to be wearing these in the next show. I used to have hoops in my ears back in my high school days when Backstreet Boys were really big. Anyway, so we're going to get all this stuff photographed and cataloged on the website, and I hope you'll dig it and want to get some, because we have to pay for it now. But anyway, I just think it's really groovy, so I wanted to just trying to be creative during this time, and the merchandising, But the Lilyland shows, of course, are the most important thing. Thank you, and I always thank you guys so much for tipping and for keeping these shows going and for keeping us going. Because it is, as you know, it's a little crazy out there right now, and we're scared of this. I have some friends, not to bring the mood down, but I have some friends that have had COVID and then have long-term lung issues after that. So I'm staying very safe so that once we get through this, I can sing for you for the rest of my life, and of course the family too. So so thank you for being here and allowing us to keep on playing music and also stay safe and positive. We just couldn't be more grateful. So this is a song I wrote with Michael Logan. A lot of a few of you know Michael. He's been to Newcastle and on UK tours with me. He's stayed in the Fishies house. He's a really special guy and artist, and has been really successful, and one of the first songwriters I met in Nashville when I got a publishing deal, and we wrote together about once a week. And I just always love writing with Michael, still do whenever I get a chance. And we wrote this song Noise, looks like in 2008 here, and it's become one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. So I can hear the songbirds singing, or the church bells ringing. 'Cause without your sweet voice, all the world is noise. And as I watch the children play, can't hear what they're saying. 'Cause without your sweet voice, well, all the world is noise. And if I ever hear your voice again, maybe on some clear and holy morning, I will close my eyes and take it in. Until then, well, I will watch the lovers dancing, but I won't hear them laughing. 'Cause without your sweet voice, well, all the world is noise. It's amazing that some of these songs have still been favorites after all these years. I'll put down this White Falcon for a second. How's everybody out there? Thanks again for sharing and for tipping, and it's good to have this White Falcon back. Lily is fast asleep. So what did you guys think about the jewelry? I think there's like, we gotta dig into, this is gonna be really fun to dig into all this, and like I said, every single piece is one of a kind, so we have to take photos and catalog each and every piece of jewelry, which is super cool. Oh, actually, look, one more. I guess all the electric songs are in a row. So this song is called it's track number 6, and let's see, capo 4. And as I said before, the power of song and the power of music, I used it to my advantage to gain any kind of advantage I could in dating. And besides loving music, I needed all the help I could get, and it's very, very effective. So this song, I think, I wrote this with a wonderful songwriter named Corinne Chapman. Her name is Corinne Chapman Morse now, I believe, after getting married. And I don't know how we wrote this together. We were just friends, but it's a song called Lay Your Hands on Me. And I think it was about getting dates, pretty sure. The jewelry must be modeled, I think. Janet, do you think that Jess should model it? I think that Jess should model it. She's Jess was a model. Jess, we have an in-house model, and Lily's stunning as well. So I think that one of my girls could model that jewelry. I know that whenever Jess is working at the merch table, everything flies off, at the live shows. And when I'm back there, we sell like one T-shirt. If Jess is wearing a T-shirt, we sell like 20 T-shirts. Anyway, but a little funny story. We had a wonderful gospel singer come into the studio, and I think she thought this song was about God. It's not. I love God, but it's not. But lay your hands on me. I know your healing touch could set me free. There's all these things. So we had to say that it was just because it was a little awkward and a little uncomfortable in the studio. So we said it wasn't a sexy song. It was a spiritual song. So a little kind of background info. I've never told anybody that story. Hope that's okay. There's not like two viewers now. Lay your hands on me. Lord knows some good luck has walked out my door. It seems like I don't trust nobody no more. But the way you look at me, it makes me wanna try. I guess you found me, honey, in the nick of time. So lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me. I know your healing touch could set me free. Baby, there ain't no words that can make me believe. Oh, just lay your hands on me. It's supernatural how you move in my soul, making a man like me lose control. And I ain't thinking about losing you or being out on the street again. I'm just thinking how your fingertips would feel on my skin. So lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me. I know your healing touch to set me free. Baby, there ain't no words that can make me believe. Oh, just lay your hands on me. Oh, the tide may be turning. You may be all I need. Oh, lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me. I know your healing touch can set me free. Baby, there ain't no words that can make me believe. Oh, just lay your hands on me. Oh, just lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me. I haven't played that in a long time. You like the backstory on that, Janet? I've never Donnie Dixon tuned in just for the stories. Well, that's fine, as long as you're here. But yeah, that was a song to get dates, and it worked fine. But thank God that time is over. Dating sucks, huh? I hated dating. It's kind of a song about that I wrote by myself. This is track 7 on the album called Edges, and I think it's another song about kind of longing to tour and longing to fall in love and go out west and see the country, which I had never done until Jess and I came back from the South Pacific and moved into the car together, which you all know that story. And I'm hey Subi, it's good to see you. I'm so glad you like the jewelry too. I'm really excited about that, just 'cause I've never had anything like that and so custom. But yeah, I had this great kind of desire to go out west and to see Montana and to see all the national parks in this great country that are just one of the jewels, I think, of America is just this national park system and some of the things we got to see together, me and Jess, during that first trip, and during so many trips, but that first trip especially, when we didn't have any money at all and we were just kind of camping and stuff, and it was amazing. And now I'm longing to do that all over again, really. Not live in a car, or not move out of my apartment, but really wanting to go back out west when the time is right. I'll just tune this guy real quick. Gotta add tune a little bit. Thanks again so much for sharing, for great showing today, even on a sunny day. We got out a lot yesterday, which was another beautiful day, and did a photo shoot with Jess. Jess has been taking these gorgeous photos, which we'll also be sharing soon. We're keeping busy over here in the Terry house and trying to create beautiful things. That's our motto for this time. This is a song called Edges. I've always loved this song. Hope you like it. Hey, from Scotland. I'm to Scotland too. Need to take Jess to Edinburgh. So many places in Scotland. Next year. Yeah, the city lights fade firefly in a child's closed hand. A familiar conversation followed by an all too familiar plan. And it's not like she was the only one I made love to as the sun went down. It seems I'm always waiting on a train, living to fight another day. On the edges, on the edges, draw a map of the world, find me on the edges. So I'm headed for the canyons, I'm only bringing with me this old guitar. How lonesome can you be when you're free and you're cradled by the stars? I'm gonna find some blue-eyed cowgirl, make our world as simple as the rain. I guess that's all that matters, my friend. It's where you'll find me in the end. On the edges, on the edges, draw a map of the world, find me on the edges. Oh, 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 draw a map of the world, find me on the edges. Song Edges. Here's another one. I haven't played this one. Oh, I love Glasgow. Glaswegians. You know, Glasgow, that's one of the best audiences in the world you can play for. Just so much energy, and I love that city. Some of my dear friends live in that city, and one of my tour managers, nicknamed 007, lives in that city. Had some great times there in Glasgow. Let's see. So this is a song called Loveless Motel. If you've ever been to Nashville area, there's a famous place called Loveless Cafe that also says Loveless Motel, and I think it was inspired, it's not really a motel, or at least, I don't know if it was at any point, but it's a really iconic place and cafe that all the stars have been to, and the best biscuits and breakfast ever. And but I think I saw that I used to live out in the country in that log cabin, that big old log cabin on a lake, with all these crazy guys, and I used to pass that sign every day. So I think I wrote this song kind of inspired by that, thinking about what that motel would have been like. And as you can see with this record, my life is so much different. Like the next full album show we'll do, not this this next Sunday we're going to do an all originals request show like we did last week. I've got almost a full list, but let me know in the comments down there. Let me know in the comments any songs I can play for you next week, because that'll be an all request show. And then the week after we'll be playing the full Empty Seat on a Plane record, which is the record I wrote right after I met Jess and fell in love with Jess. So the two records are so different. The Runner's about cheating and alcohol and being naughty. Right, honey? You're the best audience. It's so good to have you and Lily here, even though Lily's unconscious. We're trying to keep Lily up for her. She's going to be up till like 2 a.m. tonight. I mean, it's just not going to be we're staying up tonight. Anybody want to talk tonight with us? We'll be up. Lily's going to be laughing hysterically at 2 a.m. because she's not supposed to be napping right now. Anyway, this is Loveless Motel. There's a Bible sitting on the nightstand that no one ever reads. They never look me in the eye when I hand them their key. The doors are always locked, the shades are always drawn. They pay with cash and don't look back, and they check out at dawn. And nobody check in at 5:30 and by 8 o'clock they're gone. They never bring a suitcase, they leave in separate cars. They don't worry about someone finding out who they're with or where they are. Nobody hears, nobody sees, nobody tells what happens here. Keep to yourself. play full band shows, that song is like one of my favorite songs to play. It's so fun to play with a rock and roll band. Fun right here as well, but this is a song that I had to relearn, but I've always loved this song. Where's that guitar? Here we go. And I'm so glad I had the excuse to learn it this week and relearn it. Because a lot of these old songs, it's kind of like if you haven't played one in 10 years, it feels very similar to learning a cover song, really, after you've written so many songs. And we've got so many more on the way for you next year, and you all know this, it's secret to the general world, but we are getting ready to release my first Christmas record, which I'm incredibly proud of, and Rick and Marianne Chester are the executive producers, and we did 20 songs with some of the very best players in the world, and Jess Terry took the photos. We did a beautiful song by a British band called Don't Let the Bells End, and we decided to name the album that. I thought it was a very tender, beautiful name. But don't tell anybody. Why are you looking at me like that? You're Kiwi, you don't even know what that means. I don't even know what it means. How's everybody down here? How's everybody out there? We're getting through this record. So fun.
Because people will take you seriously.
Hey, Cousin Will. Oh, they have a great sense of humor in the UK. That's one of the best things about going to the UK is that they make fun of you like crazy. At least they make fun of me. And you come back to America just with a whole different perspective, just not taking yourself so seriously, and also just wanting to take the piss out of everybody that you meet. It's a beautiful thing. So never change, all of you folks out there in the United Kingdom. And Ireland. Not as much in Europe, really, right? I love Europe, but it's a different sense of humor there. Viv Fish, do you like the Christmas record title? She said, "You were so naughty, Jessie Terry." The song called A Refuge. This is track number 9 on the runner. She's staring out the window, dreaming of the snowfall in Wyoming. Across the room I meet her eyes, smile to not show any signs of knowing. I know she'd never falter, she never would confess, but I can't bear to watch her now, weather her regrets, 'cause she's halfway home as I lay her down. And I wish I was like her mountain town, a refuge. Hands are on her shoulders as she pours me the coffee at sunrise. Her bags are on the back seat. It's about 1,200 miles as the crow flies. A fragment of me dies inside the warmth of her embrace, and even as she says goodbye, I'm taken by her grace. She'll be halfway home when the sun goes down. And I wish I was like her mountain town, a refuge. Staring out the window, dreaming of the snowfall in Wyoming. Imagining her by some fire, her windows tight, while wind outside is blowing. And then a pair of headlights burn a path across my field. And maybe 'cause I let her go, she knows that I am real, and she is finally home as I lay her down. And I am that place, like her mountain town, a refuge. Love that old song. I should play that more, I think. What do you guys think? Love that one. This is so fun. Thank you so much to everyone who can encourage me to do these full album shows. It's only taken me 6 months to start doing it. And what would you guys like to hear? I'll be looking at all the comments, so let me know what you'd like to hear next week, a week from today on Sunday for the all original request show. Let me know anything I've written, including anything off the upcoming When We Wander album, which will be out. I believe it'll be the end of April 2021. But we should start releasing like music videos and stuff for that album and singles in February, which is really exciting because that's coming up so soon. And even though I probably won't be touring at that time, the music remains and will be out there in the world, which is I've waited a long time for. So it's gonna be really exciting. So I've got a few more songs for you on this record. This is track 10 called Sedona. If you can tell by these songs, I'm realizing as well how much I long to be out west. And one of my old flames moved out to sorry, honey. Moved out to Sedona, and I didn't go out there. We were broken up, but we were still friends. I was one of those guys that was remained friends with all of his ex-girlfriends, which was not always the best thing, really. You think that's going to be a good thing, and then it turns out when you get married, that's not the coolest, actually. Changing of the guard, absolutely, I can do that next week for you. Next week, a refuge. Oh, it's a hit with Viv. Wonderful. Yes. What was I talking about, Jess? I'm sorry. Someone writes the cool comment over there. I just
Not being friends.
I get so confused. Right, not being friends with all your ex-girlfriends, not always the best thing when you get married, I've learned. So, yeah, I'm glad we're through those times. But anyway, I had an ex-girlfriend call me up and say I moved to Sedona and sent me pictures and told me all about it, and it made this longing to go out west even more intense. And a few years later, I went out there with my wife, Jess, and saw it for the first time with my own eyes. But this is Sedona. I will come out west. Absolutely. Yeah, isn't that cool that Abby, that piece of you, it was so good. She shot, Abby Gardner, who's so great. If you haven't listened to her, shot her latest video on just an iPhone, which is so cool. Inspires us to do that as well. Well, I burned my radio somewhere in New Mexico when the canyons opened up and the skies went blue. And I can hear your steel guitar, the cactus lights and neon bars, words that only come to mind when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Sedona, you're the longing I feel, half asleep at the wheel, down a long desert road. I met a girl around Santa Fe, I tipped my hat and drove away, singing songs about love and pain, the world I know. And I could feel you in the air, the western wind ran through my hair, across the Arizona line, you felt so close. I felt so close to you. You're the longing I feel, half asleep at the wheel, down a long desert road. When the night falls indigo, I will leave all that I own. It only weighs me now, it's never eased my load, it only feeds my doubts, it never leads me home. I stopped for the Oak Creek Canyon lights, and all the stars burned in my mind, and then the sunrise turned to rain, and I was gone. And I came rolling in downtown, my dusty hat worn like a crown, and I just blend into the crowds, fade into you, get back to you now. Sedona, Sedona, you're the longing I feel, half asleep at the wheel, down a long desert road, a desert road, a desert road, a desert road. That's Sedona for you. Hey, Dad. My dad's writing me right now. Oh, that's awesome, Marilyn. 4/26/2016. Well, it's really as you know, it's hard to be away from y'all out there. That musical family out on the road, it's really great to have you here, even if it's virtually, because we love traveling around and seeing you all. So this is a song, another song that I love and had to kind of relearn this week. Another song I wrote with Mr. Michael Logan. How's everybody out there? I just have 2 more songs on this record. But it's been such a joy to be with you. Thank you all so much for being here and for sharing and for tipping. Actually got a tip last week in Taiwan dollars, and the number was massive. I just opened up my email and I saw thousands of dollars that I was like, Jess, this is our ticket. We're out of the woods. And I was like, what is TWD? And it was Taiwanese dollars or something. Taiwan dollars. Really hilarious, but still a really wonderful tip. So yeah, not to dissuade you. If you feel like tipping in Taiwan dollars or any kind of currency, that's fine. I accept anything that I accept any currency. But yeah, this is a song called Ghost Town. Hey, Stevie Schaefer. So good to see you guys. It's a lifeline for us too. Thank you, Janet and Rob. Wooded up storefronts side by side, and miles of rust down the railroad line. The wild dogs howl and the church bells ring. Shadows fall on broken things. Shadows fall on broken things. A voice in the darkness haunts my mind. Echoes of your last goodbye. Another day, another night in a ghost town. In a ghost town. Look out the window every now and then. There's tall vines growing on a barbed wire fence. There's rust on the gate and I can't break through. And maybe there's no end to you. No, I can't find the end of you. A voice in the darkness haunts my mind. Echoes of your last goodbye. Another day, another night in a ghost town. In a ghost town. Maybe somewhere down the road I'll find real love and peace of mind. But all I know is I'm leaving tonight. I've done my time in a ghost town. Love that old song. Got one more song for you today. I can't wait to see you all again next Sunday. That's Todd over there, Zachary Klasky. Pretty sure, under an alias. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for sharing and tipping and keeping in touch. It's just keeping us going. So thank you so much. And so we'll be back on Sunday with an all originals request show. So if you have an original song, just put it in the comments or send me a message, whatever you'd like. And I should be able to play that for you on Sunday. And then in the week after, we'll do Empty Seat on a Plane record and be a totally big contrast to the subject material of The Runner. I love both of the records, but it's great to write about where you're at. And we're also working on figuring out Zoom, and we'll be introducing, as long as you guys are into it, we'll be introducing some Zoom concerts so we can talk with each other and do some more interactive concerts. I love these lily pad shows, and I think it'd be fun to maybe add one a month to do a Zoom show and maybe some Christmas concerts. So just let me know if you have any thoughts and what you'd like to come to, what you'd be willing to come to, and good chance we can do that for you. So I'll leave you today with a song called Africa, another song about an ex-girlfriend. This one left me to be on a ship, actually, and very, very still a friend, a wonderful girl. But she went off on a semester at sea, and I wrote her this song to convince her to stay, and she didn't. And another Greek tragedy song. But I do love this song, and you can kind of feel the heartache in this song, I think. Thanks again for a beautiful day. Hope you have a great day and a great week. My love is on a ship for Africa. She says the time alone is good for us. A little space to know the storm inside. I pray that she still feels the same when the Gold Coast fades away and she's sailing home to me. Holding on is gonna take me, letting go. Over oceans, across the dusty fields of bones. That's the only way I know to make it through She's something like I've never known. A touch that clouds the mind and stings the soul. I think somehow that we have always been awakened by some ancient dance, a distant glimmer of a chance where the stars all fall in line. dusty fields of bones. That's the only way I know to make it through Africa. Maybe she will hear me, steady as a song, awake to feel me breathing. I know it won't be long. Maybe she's dreaming now as the sun beats down. In Africa, in Africa, in Africa. Thank you all so much. We'll see you again. See you again a week from Sunday. Oh, Lou, that's right. You drove me to the airport before I met Jess. Yes, I'll definitely be coming back to Georgia. I normally come at least once or twice a year in normal times. Thank you guys so much. So I'll be back on Sunday. Leave your comments about and messages about what requests you'd like to hear, original requests, and thanks again to my beautiful wife for filming and for audio and for handling this album of songs about ex-girlfriends and naughtiness. The next album show we'll do will be all about how much I love Jess and how she completely changed my world.